Okay, so boom, in this video, we're going to talk about installing Slurm on a single node. And for that, we're going to use Slurm configuration, a Slurm documentation website, which in this side, we're going to use RPM since we are using a Rocky Linux 8. We're going to follow the step where it's talk about how to use the RPM to do so. And we're also gonna use this website as well, which is I can't pronounce that, to go ahead the different installation and do everything together. I have my notes that I have put aside. I'm going to share the note on the step of the video at the end for you to follow as well if you're trying to install it on your own. So I'm going to start by setting up some variable or some environment as is being told inside that documentation. So I set all those environment. I also create the user Slurm and the user munch for me to do that. And since I will be adding a Slurm DBD on my node, I'm going to go ahead and use a MariaDB, which you can download the version of MariaDB that you want from the MariaDB website. So here we're going to go with Red Hat 8 and let's choose this version right here that I'm going to go with. But you can decide to go with any version that you're going to be more comfortable using. So I'm going to add that repository. So I'm going to go and define a local DNS, which is inside the etc host file. So I'm going to set up a local DNS over here. So I'm only setting up a single node. Therefore, in here, I'm only going to have one IP address that I'm going to define for that case. And let me make sure as well that my host name is going to reflect the same as well. So sit here, set host name to pet. So now the name here is defined as head, just like I have inside my etc host. So I'm going to go on this step and install a lot of prerequisite packages that is needed to install Slurm. It's quite a lot of package that will be installed, and this might take a good 3 to 5 minutes. Well, there was quite a lot of packages that have been installed. If I feel that I'm not going to be editing this video, go ahead and fast forward those steps so that you're not going to push too much time into it. Now, let's go and install another package, which is a munch devel, and this package needs to be the power tool repository to be enabled. So now that all the necessary packages are being installed, let's configure MariaDB buffer. Then I can go ahead at this step and activate munch key for the next step. So the key of munch is being activated, and now I will start the different services that I have here, which is going to be firewall, Munch, and MariaDB. So I've started those three services. I'm gonna configure and define MariaDB user and database at this step for our Slurm DBD. So we'll create a Slurm user, Slurm DBD user, and give it the password and everything that's going to be needed. Initially, I've set up a URL for the version of Slurm that we're going to use, but let's just go ahead and try to see if we can go for the current latest version that we have. So I'll go on the Slurm website, view all other version, and let me get Slurm 2411. Copy link URL. So I have that download on my local machine. I'm going to create a directory where I need to put that tarball to be before I compile it. So where I'm going to put the source to the compilation and everything. And as I'm creating that directory, I'm also going to create the varlog directory where, you know, all my log is going to be redirected. So I'm going to copy the version of Slurm that I have into RPM source. So at this point, what I need to do next is to go ahead and compile the tarball that I downloaded. And this is going to take a good some time as well, about 5 to 7 minutes. It's not going to be pleasant to watch, but you can fast forward this as you're going to be following the steps. Good. That was boring watching all that compiling go through, but we done. Now let's go ahead and install all those different Slurm packages that they have, you know, added locally in our environment. So, you know, I'm going to install all those packages that are locally in that environment that I will be using. So after installing all those packages, I will be provided with a lot of sample file that I can use to set up, you know, and configure my own environment, which for this case, I'm mainly going to use the slurm.conf, Slurm DBD, since we are using the Slurm DBD, and a C group as well. Those are the three files that I will copy. And for the sake of the video, so that it can go faster, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, configure all of them at once, which I will provide, you know, all this information later on, and also to be able to see exactly what was changed. You can do a diff within the example file and the current file to see, you know, what are the different things that was modified in those files as well. You know, that will be helpful. So I will do again a small modification in that main file, since we are configuring a single node. So the node that I have here, since it's a single node, I'm gonna remove all this and to get this information here at the end, you know that you can do the pre minus m to see um, to have an idea of the host name that you have, and when it's come to the CPU and the socket, you can do an ls CPU so that you will see how many CPU that you have, about how many sockets and the thread as well, to fill out those information properly. And also, if you are not that patient to go through all of that, you can do a systemctl. By the time we finish the configuration, you're going to see start to on slurmd, and slurmd is going to give you the information about all those different things that we pull out here. So let me go ahead and give this proper permission to the different directories related to merge. First, before we start that services, we need to make sure that everything is being set up and I have the proper and the right permission for all the different file and directory. So for Slurm DBD, we're going to give it a 600 permission as is needed. So if you want, you can disable a firewall, which is going to work fine. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and trust all the different all the different node and port possible related to the this current node. So now that everything is being defined, I'm going to go ahead and enable all the different services. So if we try to verify again, see what we get by doing a systemctl start2 on slurmd, you see here the information that I was talking about. So it's giving us the memory that we have here. We have a 2 socket and everything else. So at this point, we cannot connect into it because slurmctl has failed. And I'm going to give Slurm permission and Slurm user to all the different Slurm files that is going to be communicated with. And after doing that, let me restart my device, and then I'm going to come back and restart the Slurm service again. So let's do a systemctl restart on slurmctld. So now everything has went smoothly. So I'll do a systemctl start2 on slurmctld. I'll see that everything here is being set and is running. So slurmctl start2 on slurmd. Everything here is working fine as well. But I'm just gonna restart the service just for the sake of it. No, now it's working. So if I go ahead and do my S info, I'll see that I have a one node that is being defined here and it's up right now. S control show node. So it's showing me that here I have one node that I'm using and I'm currently running it. And this is the version of the kernel that I'm having and all the other information that is needed for it. So I can decide to go ahead and you know, run a small job by doing a srun hostname. So it's giving me back the hostname that I have set for my machine. And since we have a Slurm DBD that is being set, we can do a S account to see the accounting of what we have get. So that is how you can set up a Slurm on a single node, and look out for my next video on how I will be also adding how you can set up a Slurm with a compute node as well. Thank you for watching.